I warned you not to go out tonight. Oh, for today's review, this one makes you want to definitely take a shower after you're done watching it. I'm talking about 1980s Maniac. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. FACCI'S Fudge Monster Cinema. Yep, new name, but same old fire content, my good people. Definitely, if you like this video, definitely hit that like, hit that subscribe, and definitely share it. I know I'm not the best reviewer on the YouTube, that's for damn sure, but definitely, if you like what I'm doing, if you like what I'm saying, help me spread the fire content, my good people. Like I said, today I'm reviewing 1980s Maniac, and you better get ready to take a shower when you're done watching it, because it'll make you feel dirty. It's directed by William Lustig. It stars Joe Spinell as Mr. Frank Zito, and Tom Savini, who also is the makeup artist on this film as well. This movie follows around Mr. Frank Zito. He, as the title would explain, he's obviously a maniac. He got kind of like a split personality disorder going on. Kind of hearing voices in his own head, talking to himself, kind of like a Norman Bates Psycho kind of thing, but in a more grittier, disgusting kind of way. Movie follows him pretty much around New York, Manhattan and whatnot, Central Park, killing innocent women. Obviously, he appears as a nice guy, appears as genuine, and then he snaps and tries to kill them. And then once he's done killing them, he gets out his switchblade and he takes off their scalp and he takes it home. And what does he do with it? He nails it to some mannequins' heads that he has in his apartment. Because his apartment is creepy as hell. He has mannequins all over the place. And every time he kills a victim, he nails their scalp and hair to the top of the mannequin. And the blood is all running down every mannequin's face. And they're in his room. As he goes to sleep, they're all standing all over the place inside the room. Nasty ass shit. This film was more of a film like a guerrilla style. They didn't have the budget to get permits to do a lot of the shots, so they kind of just had to film what they could do and then get the hell out of there before they got in trouble. This one would be also considered a video nasty, guerrilla exploitative film is what it would be called. Kind of makes you feel uneasy, makes you feel it's unsettling. It's, like I said, it's dirty, it's disgusting. But that's what makes this movie good. Once again, for me, this was a first time watch. I've never seen this movie. I've never watched a trailer. And once again, I had a really great time with this movie. This is a movie that the people that listen to me and watch my videos probably would know that I would enjoy. As sick as that is for me to like this movie, I really do. Which is why it made my top 10 non-franchise slasher list that me and Filthy Dan did. Definitely check that video out. It's on my channel as well. It's episode 1 of our show, Filthy with Facci. Definitely a good time, so check that out if you want to see both of our lists for that. They're pretty damn good lists if you ask me. An amazing kill in this movie, no doubt about it. Tom Savini is in the movie. He created the special effects for the scene. He's sitting in a car with his, it ain't even his girlfriend, she's married, but I guess they're hooking up and whatnot. The maniac jumps on the hood of the car, points a shotgun right in the windshield, blows his head apart. For being cheap, being low budget, it was fantastic. If you look at the details about it, it was a molded head of Tom Savini filled with leftover food and fake blood. So whenever it blew apart, all that freaking food and shit came out in the fake blood. It looked fantastic. like I said, might have been cheap, but it looked good. And that was one of the scenes they did not have a permit for, because they had a gunshot in Manhattan, so they had to freaking do that scene and get the hell out of Dodge before they got arrested and got fined and shit. Luckily they did it. It was awesome, and I appreciate the guerrilla style work they put into that scene, because it really touched me deep in my heartstrings. It was a good job, guys. But as this movie goes along, Frank Zito, he obviously has severe mental problems. He's always talking to himself in a different voice, like I said, like Norman Bates. His mother died in a car crash not too long ago, so he's talking to himself as his mother, which obviously he's a deranged individual. Never really goes into detail if his mother's making him go out at night to kill these innocent women, or if he's just trying to kill these innocent women to kind of find someone who reminds him of his mother. That could go either way. But in these kind of movies, you're not really looking for too much detail. You're pretty much looking for the blood, the gore, you know, the stuff you're looking for in a cheesy 80s movie. He's in the park the one day, Mr. Frank Zito. He meets Anna, photographer. She takes a picture of him talking to a little girl. So he likes to become chummy with her. He's hanging out with her, taking her on dates, buys her like a teddy bear. But on their one date, he has to stop by the cemetery so he can see his mother to drop off a wreath. And she's never seen this side of him before. When they get there, he starts breaking down and he starts mourning severely, and then he just snaps. And she's never, like I said, she's never seen this side before. And he attacks her, tries to kill her and whatnot. A chase ensues through the cemetery with the lovely, obvious fog machines that just keep pumping the fog out in the exact same, you know, pattern. But low budget, what are you gonna do? Anna gets a shovel, or I believe it's a shovel, whacks Frank, cuts him open, and then he just starts stumbling and bumbling around all over the place. Somehow makes it back to his apartment, lays down, and then the hallucinations start to kick in. All the mannequins that he had set up in the room, to him, come to life. Turn back into human form. They gather all the weapons that he's used to kill these women, and they mutilate him right there on his bed. And the final thing is they rip his head off of his body. And he's just laying there dead. The cops show up the next morning. They discover the body. It appears that he's committed suicide. So they, for some reason, I don't know if they're going to report it or not. They just shut the door and leave. There's really been no cops involved in this movie. No manhunt, no nothing. It's pretty much just Frank Zito going around killing anybody he wants to, and nobody was going to stop him. So if his mannequins didn't end it, it would have just kept going, because obviously nobody was doing a very good job of tracking him down. So the cops leave, and then the final shot of the movie, it zooms into Frank's face, and his eyes open up, and then that's the end of the movie. So, you gotta... Obviously the mannequins did not kill him. They are not real. It was all in his brain, so obviously he killed himself, or attempted to kill himself. And the final scene of the movie was showing that he didn't finish the job. He was still alive. And there could be a sequel. I do not 100% sure. I don't believe there was. I know there was a remake that came out with Elijah Wood. I've yet to see that one. That's definitely on the watch list. But this one, I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. As nasty and obscene and gross as it was, I had a good time with it. This one actually, I don't know. Watching this movie, I felt different than watching a Jason or Michael Myers. I don't know. It was a weird feeling. I actually felt scared for these women, which is kind of weird because obviously I know it's a movie. But it kind of seemed like a real thing. It seemed like something that happens every day in New York City that nobody knows about. But I definitely had a good time with it. If you're into guerrilla-style shooting, low budget, gory, gross, dirty, grimy movies, this one's going to be for you. I had a good time with it, and I'm kind of picky when it comes to my movies, so if I had a good time with it, then you're probably going to have a good time with it too. So if you have seen Maniac, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys thought about the movie. Definitely hit that like and slam that subscribe button if you haven't already. And hopefully help me grow this channel, get up to 300 subs. And I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing. Definitely met a lot of awesome people along the way, and I'm having a great time doing what I'm doing here. So, in closing, I told you not to go out tonight. Have a scary day.